Breaking news, Casey Anthony's reaction to news that a child's body was found near her parents' home, and we're hearing how she answered questions from FBI investigators. Good afternoon, I'm Jacqueline London.
And I'm Mike Garofalo. First at 4, newly released evidence in the case against Casey.
It is the first time we're hearing jail officials describe Casey's reaction as she learned a child's body had been discovered near her parents' home.
Throughout that time, she was still breathing rapidly, talking really fast, but nothing really about the case, just that, you know, this isn't surreal, I can't cry, I can't break down and cry because this isn't real. And then she started talking about football. Yeah, off the subject. Okay. She started talking about the national championship.
And there's a lot more you haven't heard about Casey's reaction coming up on Local 6 News at 5. But right now, Mike DeForest joins us with Casey's answers for FBI investigators. And we know that you've watched the video of Casey shortly after she was arrested on murder charges. That was back in October. What does she say looking at all of this?
Well, this video, as you say, was shot back on October 14th, the day that grand jury indicted Casey for murder. Now, in the video that you're about to see, Casey says over and over again that she and her attorney are willing to sit down with the detectives and talk about Kaylee's disappearance, something that even Jose Baez had been talking about for months.
We discussed before that we have no problem sitting down together, him and I, and speaking with law enforcement, or listening to all of the questions that you have, him and I discussing it, and then we go from there.
Just hours after a grand jury indicted her for murder, Casey Anthony makes it very clear she is willing to talk to detectives. She even gets her attorney, Jose Baez, on the phone to arrange that meeting with the FBI.
She invoked, but she also said that that her exasperation is the same as ours. You guys wanted the opportunity to speak with law enforcement face to face, and if you guys are interested in doing that, let's get that done. Quit the finger pointing, okay?
While waiting for Baez to arrive at the sheriff's office, Casey talks about her still missing daughter.
I, as a mom, I know in my gut, there's the feeling as a parent, you know certain things about your child, you can feel that connection, and I still have that feeling, that presence. I know that she's alive. Whether you have a bucket load of evidence downstairs that contradicts that and says otherwise, or all you have is speculation, or nothing at all.
FBI agent Nick Savage then lets Casey know they've got a mountain of evidence against her.
That we have more than speculation. We have a lot, or else we wouldn't be to this point. A lot.
Eventually, Baez arrives, and at first it appears as though he and Casey might cooperate with the FBI.
He's going to ask you a question. You don't say anything else other than the answer. Okay?
Once again, with her attorney present, Casey reiterates that she is willing to talk to detectives about her missing daughter.
We would listen and discuss it, and if we have something to respond, we'll respond.
Okay, do you want to speak to me in private?
Yes.
So we can clarify this?
Yes.
At that point, Casey and Baez are escorted into another room with no cameras or microphones. When they return a while later, Baez announces that there will be no meeting.
I'll just go ahead and state for the record that she's invoking her right to counsel, and at this time wishes to request to go to the jail.
So did Casey genuinely want to sit down and chat with the FBI, or was this all just a big game to make Casey appear cooperative, even though she had no intention of actually talking to detectives? Well, ultimately, Jackie, a jury may be asked to consider that question.
And does Jose Baez ever give a reason why Casey won't talk to investigators?
Never explains it. He says there that she invoked her right to counsel. She wanted to have her attorney. She didn't want to talk. And that's the only explanation they give, even though for months they had been saying together, we want to talk to the cops.
He came back to that table and it was cut and dry.
That was it.
All right, Mike, thank you.